Okay, hey, welcome back to another Black City Coffee vlog. In this video, David Scott Wills Photography asked, "Hey, what's up with the Normcore? Why'd you get rid of the vessel? How does it compare?" Okay, so yeah, as you guys were saying in other videos, I wasn't happy with the grind quality of the vessel, even though the vessel was fairly expensive, and I was really digging its design. And I thought, well, I'm really only going to be using this when I camp. Okay, so that's kind of like, that was my thinking behind it. And I feel like my palate was not as good as it is now, obviously. But I would always taste this sort of over extraction in the cup quality of the vessel. Okay, and that's just because it's, the burrs just aren't that great. I really love the feel of it, the make of it. It moved really well in terms of grinding. But in the end of the day, even though I upgraded my cup, which that played into effect of cup quality as well, I was using a metal cup versus a ceramic cup, which I just don't like that taste in my coffee. It really bugged me. It really irked me. So even though it was a really cool looking grinder and it was small and all that stuff, I eventually just was like not loving the cups I was having when I was on vacation or camping. And when you're on vacation and camping, you don't want the coffee to be one of the downsides, for sure. Obviously, I was in the market for something better, and I sold that vessel because I knew I was never going to use it again. I could have kept it for content and stuff like that, but it really felt like just a waste being there. I got this Normcore. It's so affordable. It was like 89 bucks on Amazon. But what sold me on it was the grind quality, the price for sure. A reviewer named Kyle, who's so meticulous about his coffee, and I will link this. This is not a review video. Plenty of really good review videos. This is just why I chose it, and this is for David. Why I chose it. You can check out those links in the description for really, really in-depth reviews about grind quality and all that stuff. I can tell you from my experience, I just got it 2 days ago. The cup quality is really solid, really comparable to what I would taste with my fellow Ode grinder, which is broken right now. So it kind of came at the right time. This thing broke, and then I couldn't put it back together after I was cleaning all the grounds, and there was a jam in there. That thing broke, this thing came in. And so it was so good to have some sort of backup. And now I don't see it really as like just having it for going camping or being away, but actually as a solid, like, use this at home kind of deal. Will I use it a lot at home? I'm using it a lot just because my Ode's broken. In my experience, the cup quality is better. And I did that with a couple of comparisons. I have like this old Capresso. Yeah, with that one, just a little bit over extracted. Flavors are not as clear. You can't pick them out. And that's the kind of level that you want to reach as you're refining your own palate and deciding, is this grinder better for me or not? That's how you can kind of tell. My biggest tell right now, since I'm not as sophisticated yet, is bitterness, is over extraction, because that will tell me that the grind quality is inconsistent, not uniform. That means some grinds, some grounds in the coffee that you've just ground are going to be extracted more than others. So a bit of that brew will be maybe a little bit bitter, right? This, when I dialed this in, and right now I'm basically leaving it like a medium grind. When you start to go finer than, I think, medium, and you're getting into like fine territory, it gets a little harder to grind. It's not as smooth. So I like to stay in the medium and just use it for pour overs and AeroPress for sure. You're definitely not using this for anything like espresso. I have the grinder attached to my Barista Express as a espresso grinder. I don't drink a lot of espresso. I'm mostly drinking pour overs and AeroPress in the morning, and that's about it. So for me, that's why I chose this. It's matte black, so I love that, right? All metal body. And then it came with this really nice case. So I was like, this is perfect for actually traveling, perfect for, and at $89, I was like, that's a no-brainer. I couldn't rightfully stand by that vessel anymore, even though it was so pretty. And like so many of you were like, I think you're gonna have to give up the looks for better grind quality. And I was like, yeah, I know you're right. I was researching and doing all this sort of thing. I was like, you know what, this is in my wheelhouse. It's affordable. It's so affordable. And if the grind quality is as good as some of these like $200, $300 manual grinders, then I'm going to go for it for sure. And it's really sleek. I would keep it at a medium grind. I wouldn't go any bigger and I wouldn't go any finer for me. It's going to stay at this setting right here. I may dial it in a little bit more. Again, I've only had it for like a day to see where I like the cup quality. But for sure, if I am getting like a crazy coffee like that bubblegum or some geisha or whatever, and I'm away and I want to have a nice special cup of coffee, I want to make sure that the grinder that I have can actually present those flavors to me. And not kind of like waste it being over extracted here and under extracted here. That was kind of like my biggest irk. When I knew that, when I finally understood that and actually tasted it, and I was like, this is bothering me so much. Like I have to upgrade it. So for me, that was just why I had to get rid of that one and get this one. But it was also important for me to like sell it and not keep it, because it felt like a waste. I want somebody else to use it. In terms of like, how do you dial it in? So I would just take some, hopefully you have some old coffee. Like I have some old coffee right here that I was just using for like photos and stuff. And then I'll throw a couple in here. And then, since there's no real numbers on here, in order to dial this into your tastes, right, it'll just start at the standard, whatever it comes in if you get it. And then I would just empty the grinds first. That's good, like a nice fluffy medium, I think. I think I can go a little bit bigger. I'm looking for something to actually like even cup coffees with. And I'm going to keep doing tests and stuff like that. But we have a little coffee in here. I feel like I'm at a medium right now. And just do a little bit, you know, of this old coffee. Throw it out. See what it looks like. And you're like, okay, well, you know, if I want to go higher or finer, and it'll maybe take you maybe 3 cups of coffee to maybe find what you like in terms of dialing in this coarse or fine grind here. I feel like it's really nice. I think it holds a lot more coffee than the last one. The vessel was so small, it was so tiny. So you could really only do one at a time. I think with this you can actually go ahead and grind coffee for 2 people. So for me and my husband, that would be nice, instead of filling the chamber again. And the fact that this handle's very long and this doesn't come off too is really nice, because that was a little bit of an annoying thing with the vessel, that it would sometimes pop off when you were going really quick. And then this too is a nice handle. But yeah, if I go any finer, it gets hard for me. Like I get tired. And I was like, oh man, the reviewers were saying, oh, it's really fast, it's really easy. And I was like, why am I having such a hard time? And it was just because it was too fine. So, and that's not something you would pour, or that you would brew pour over with that fine of a grind, you know, so it doesn't make sense to even grind that way if you're doing pour over. So that was just a little something that I was experiencing, being kind of like new to all these like manual grinders, and really being a little bit more persnickety with it. But yeah, that's why I chose this, and it's pretty too. So that's my take. I can put it in that thing. It still will fit in my coffee bag. That's kind of a thing. I can travel coffee bag. I can still put it in here, right? Not a problem. So it still fits with my current like travel coffee setup. That was kind of a big deal to me. Okay, well, that was today's video. A little bit of a downer, an update on the facility search. So we found a place, right? And it seemed like a really nice place, and we looked at it and everything. And then all of a sudden, the owner of the building was just like, nah, I don't want to do that anymore. Or I'm not down with your business anymore. And I was like, all right, well, the search continues. I mean, it's fine. Like, the more issues I feel that we run into, the more that I'm going to be prepared for. So we're still making calls with the city, and I'm now finding out that the best way to really sort of systemize your facility search, because I knew it was going to be just this repetitive thing. I knew that great things don't come easy. So it's not like I had all my hope in that, but I was just like, I was pretty excited, you know. So with that being said, the first thing that I'm doing is, while I'm systemizing my facility search, which I shared in a different vlog, I'm also going to be systemizing how to contact local cities and departments and health departments and water districts and utilities and municipalities and stuff like that, systemizing that approach. And then when that happens, and I feel like I have a really good kind of grip on it in terms of acquiring the right information in the right order, I will share that with you. And that's what I'm going through right now. So I'm still excited to be going through the process because it actually feels like I'm putting solid steps right in front of the other versus just making kind of lateral movements, feeling stagnant or even going backwards. So not deterred at all. Bad news, but not deterred. It's just a little road bump. So I hope you enjoyed that video. We will see you in the next one tomorrow. Bye.